Hello and welcome back to my channel. What you're seeing is a Fronx Alpha manual. I have owned this car for exactly 2 years and this is going to be a long-term ownership review. Let me start with a quick 360 walk around of this car. This is the Celestial blue color, they also call it Nexa blue, and I've applied a graphene coating on this car. It looks very proportionate from the side, from the rear, and it kind of gives you an illusion that it's a longer car even though it's just 3.95 meters long. The indicators are LED, the tail lamp is LED, the alloy wheel design looks good, especially the diamond cut alloys goes really well with darker colors. If you have a white or a silver, I think black wheels look better. And I've also added some accessories. So what you're seeing on the side is the exterior styling kit. It includes a body side cladding with red inserts and wheel arc, again with the red insert wheel garnish. I also like how this car looks from the front, especially those turn indicators, and I've added some accessories here as well. You can see the red inserts. There's a bumper extender down below. The cost of all these accessories put together is 30k or 29k. It's a complimentary package if you're getting the turbo variants. You can either get these accessories, or if you're opting out of it, I think they would give you a cash discount of 30,000. Let's check out the interior. I kind of made it a little sporty. I've got these leatherette seat covers with the red stitching just to match the theme on the outside. I'm all right with the dark interiors. You have some soft touch materials here, right here, and this is again an accessory. It's fake carbon fiber, just a sticker. The rear seats are actually super comfortable. You have plenty of knee room. There is a 48-volt lithium-ion battery below the front passenger seat. You still have good space. You can place your foot here, and under thigh support is okay. It's not the best in segment, but no complaints. 3 people, 3 medium-sized adults can sit in the rear seat comfortably. For city rides, shouldn't be a problem. Even on long drives, if you are okay to compromise on the headroom. Well, I'm not really tall, so I do have enough headroom. But if you're someone over 5 feet 10, then yes, you will feel a little claustrophobic inside, but the shoulder room is plenty. 3 medium-sized adults can comfortably sit in the rear seat. You also get rear AC vents, and there is one Type-C fast charging port, one USB-A port, carbon fiber finish right here. This is again an accessory. You have soft touch material on the door panel. You don't have sunroof. I don't really think it's required for such a small car. And you do get 3 adjustable headrests. There is no center armrest. I've just added a Frito cushion for the center passenger. Not really airy inside, but it is spacious enough, especially because of the knee room that it has on offer. The wheelbase is 2520, which is slightly higher than most sub 4 meter SUVs or crossovers. The NVH levels are surprisingly good for a 3-cylinder. As you drive, you don't feel any vibrations inside the cabin. On paper, I think this is the least powerful turbo engine in the segment, but as you drive it, it's a whole different story. It does 0 to 100 in less than 11 seconds, somewhere between 10.2 to 10.5. And I personally have clocked a sub 11 seconds 0 to 100 kmph in many of my high-speed runs on the highway, and I've verified that with GPS as well. I will be including that footage sometime later in this video. You also get an HUD. More on that later. And there is a 360 camera which can be activated by clicking on this view. The clarity is okay, not really the best in segment, but it's better than the one that you get on Nissan Magnite. If you're comparing this with something in the Kia Ceros or the Kia Sonet, then yes, it's not up to the mark, especially when it comes to the resolution. However, it's got adaptive guidelines, as you can see here. When I'm moving the wheels, it changes. You can also check different views. I usually keep it at this. The 9-inch display is also pretty slick. I really haven't experienced any lag or latency in the past 2 years. It has very nice touch response, and it's just really smooth. It's optimized quite well. And there you can see the status of the battery. You do have like settings in the dashboard. It shows you the fuel economy, average speed, energy flow, and this is where you turn off the wireless charger. But yeah, overall, very easy to read. It's got a nice dark layout and a very smooth infotainment system. It also has Archemy surround sound, so you have 4 speakers and 2 tweeters. The quality of sound is decent. Not really the best in segment, but not too bad either. It is above average. Okay, let's go for a short POV drive. The suspension is very balanced. It's not too stiff, not too soft. Offers you the perfect balance of comfort and stability. The thing I really love about this car is the engine. I don't know how Suzuki did it, but this car has very negligible turbo lag. And of all the small displacement turbo engines which I've driven, that includes cars like the Skoda Kushaq, Cadillac Taygun, i20 N-Line, Venue, Sonnet, basically the 1.0 T GDI and the 1.0 TSI engines of Volkswagen. You don't notice the turbo lag in this car, and I think it's partly due to the shorter gearing and partly due to the electric torque assist that you get from the mild hybrid system. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me just change this to energy flow. Okay, and I'm in the 3rd gear, and the RPM right now is below 2000. It's at 1500, which is well below the turbo range. And let's say I want to overtake this bike in front of me. If I floor the throttle, there won't be any delay. You can see there was a slight assist from the electric motor, and there you go again. Fronx is very comfortable to drive on the highways. Thanks to the telescopic steering and the sliding armrest, it's very easy for you to get into a comfortable driving position. And the suspension is also a bit on the firmer side for the turbo variants. It has good steering feedback. And another thing which it doesn't get enough credit for is its high-speed stability and driving dynamics. You don't really experience a lot of body roll when you do lane changes at triple-digit speeds, and the engine feels at its punchiest best between 2000 to 4000 RPM. So 2000 RPM in 5th gear doing 80 kmph, if you just floor the throttle, it gets to 120 in no time. The car actually feels quite planted, especially on the straight line, and you can also tackle high-speed corners or horizontal curves like this. I'm doing 140 and no body roll, feels very stable. I wish Suzuki had given this rear disc brakes like the Baleno RS. It's not that the brakes are bad, the stopping power is adequate, but if you're pushing this car above 130 or 140 and if you do emergency braking, you'll feel like the braking performance is not reassuring. It could be better. The 5-speed manual gearbox on Fronx is also very smooth, very slick. Initially it was a bit tight, but with age it got smoother, especially after I switched to Liquimoli Moligen 5W30, it got even smoother. And regarding the engine oil, I wanted to spread some awareness. And I've noticed this in both Nexa and Toyota service centers. They use 0W16 grade engine oil for the turbo variants of Fronx and Dacer, and that is not the correct grade. If you check the manual, the recommended grade is 5W30 and the classification is GF6A. And if you keep using 0W16 engine oil, which is actually thinner than what is recommended, and it also doesn't meet the GF6A classification, so this will impact the longevity as well as the NVH levels of your engine in the long run. One of the things which I didn't like in Fronx, or one of the areas where it could improve, are the headlights. Now, as you can see, the brightness is okay. Right now, it's in the low beam, and if I switch it to high beam, the throw is okay, but as you come towards the side, you can see on the left, it's not illuminated. This is going to be really problematic when you're driving in the guard section, and even on highways like this, you don't really have good visibility on the sides. So the width of the beam is very narrow, but the brightness again it's good enough. Another issue I noticed in Fronx is the minor rattling sounds coming from the dashboard area. I haven't been able to pinpoint the exact source, but it seems to be coming from somewhere around here. And I think it's because of many different plastic panels used, and occasionally something inside comes out of place or gets loose, and you hear rattling sounds while going over rough roads. But eventually it gets fixed on its own. I think whatever came out of place goes back to its original position and the rattling sounds disappear. I have complained this to service centers several times, and they usually just remove this and fit it back in, and it goes away for a while, but eventually it comes back. So yeah, it can be annoying at times. Now, coming to fuel efficiency, in the city it really depends on the road and traffic conditions. I usually get between 14 to 15 kmpl in Coimbatore city, and when I take it to Bangalore, where roads are busier, the fuel efficiency drops to 11 kmpl. These are not MID indicated mileage. I've actually verified this using the tank to tank method, and out there on the highway the fuel efficiency is more consistent. I get between 21 to 22 kmpl at speeds of 90 to 100. But if I really wanted to extract maximum efficiency, I can even get 25 kmpl if I maintain speeds of 80 kmph on the highway. And if you're interested to find out the tank-to-tank mileage calculation for Fronx on the highway, I will include a link in the description below. Overall, my experience with Fronx has been really positive. The customer experience at Nexa has been great as well. And will I recommend this car? Absolutely. If you're looking for something that looks good, offers a good blend of performance features, fuel efficiency and reliability, you should definitely consider Fronx, especially the turbo variants. The Zeta and Alpha variants are now more affordable after the GST price cut. And if you already own a Fronx, or if you're a prospective buyer of Fronx and would like to be part of our community, you can find the link in the description. Well, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and stay tuned for more POV drive reviews, and drive safe.